Did you have in mind? Did you have the sound first? Because there is a sound of the telephone a lot in your film, and I thought maybe, well, he had almost everything in his mind for the sound, and the story came after that. But
almost, but not. It was not like the sound was the first thing I was thinking of, but it was like the same. I treated them the same. Like the sound was the same importance than the image.
did you do the sound, or you have somebody who helps you with the sound?
I had a musician, a friend of mine who made the music, and another student from the lower grades who made the sound design.
Are you a musician or something like that yourself?
Yeah, I do some music by myself.
Because the sound is really important, and sometimes it's difficult to, speak with some sound designer and thing like that to have the right thing.
Yeah, that's true. I have a really strong musical mind, I guess. So I can express what I need or what I want for the visuals that they work together with the sound and the music.
The subject is obsession, something that that was the first thing, and then you build the story on that, or did you have
the first thing was actually the idea is based on my family and myself. We all have this kind of problem, like some of them have it bad. For example, my mother has it really bad, like she has to go back to check if she locked the door, and this was really annoying, and I think me and my brothers, we got that from her somehow, and sometimes it's really annoying, but that's like that was the starting point. One day when I had to go back to check if I locked the door, then I was like, God damn it, I make a movie about this. Yeah.
What's interesting, it's not only the story, you use visual graphics, because it's difficult just, we have somebody who will go back and then, turn the key, but you just play with that in your visual. You play, with obsession. We see the key inside and thinking, oh, did I do that in the right way? Yeah,
yes.
Yeah,
so that was the goal, to exaggerate this thoughts and to show how this thing looks inside his mind and how he sees it in his head, and then in the end it's exaggerating until you don't know if you are still in reality or are you lost in his mind, or he is lost, or
and his mind is really going
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all these absurd thoughts you have when you're not at home, but you're thinking about what could happen at home. So that was the goal.
Did you have a lot of ideas at one point, maybe, because it's going so crazy and crazier, the film going on?
I had like images. I started with drawing different images. Like I had the image with the deer in the flat, like this absurd scene when there's just a deer in the flat. That was one of the first images. Or one of the first images that didn't make it into the film was when he's in the bus, for example, and then he has the whole room inside his head, and his head grows bigger, and he's falling over, and the bus has to break down because his head is so heavy. So that was also one of those ideas.
Why did you pick one scene and not the other? I mean, the teacher when helped you, or no? It was really you saying, okay, that's going not too far, but that's not in the right way to say it.
I don't know. I just put them together somehow, and I tried to make this kind of narrative, and like step by step. And then I saw, okay, that's gonna work. This is gonna connect to the scene before, and it was really an organic process.
There is a simple but effective graphism and the few colors.
Mm-hmm.
That was something that you wanted to experiment, because when you look at your Vimeo, there is a lot of stuff. You're doing a lot of on stone, there is on forest. I mean, there is plenty of things, and this one seemed not simple, not much more simple. I don't know if it can say that, but
yeah. I don't know. I just had this kind of style in my mind, and I just wanted to explore that even more. I made one music video that was before this film, and I made this music video also with just like 3 colors, the 3 basic colors, and that started out because the band who made the song, they had like the CD cover was just in those 3 colors, and like just red, blue, and yellow. And then I thought, okay, why don't just use those 3 basic colors without any gradients or without anything.
You think?
I think there's where the thing started.
So do you think commission film can help?
Yeah,
doing
for
some
sure.
much personal film, you can try things.
Yeah, definitely.
What will you do now? I mean, it's Switzerland. There is this great name, of course. There is some few studios doing more short film actually than feature film, or.
Now the feature films are popping up, like some of like the Ma Vie de Courgette is also partly produced in Switzerland, and I think it's growing. Now we're at a really good point in Switzerland where the business or the branch is really growing.
It's really growing.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to be an animator now in Switzerland.
So what are you going to do? Do you have plan already?
Yeah, we actually I'm working together with some friends in Zurich, and we're on the way to found our own studio. And this is like we're putting this together, and we have some commissions, working on some commissions, and also working on a new short film. So that's going up at the moment.
It's difficult to be in a country where you have some few people really important and try to be. I mean, there is there is a really new young generation in Switzerland in animation. Like you say, it's great, but it seems that there is a lot of them at the same time.
I don't think so. Yeah? We see it. We think it's a really small group. I think we know. Everyone knows. We have the feeling that everyone knows each other or everyone. We know everyone, or we from by seeing, or we don't think it's really big, but
okay,
maybe
because from the outside it seems like every year in Nancy or in other festivals
it
there's
grows,
at least 2 or 3 student film.
Yeah,
at least.
So it's growing. That's the Maybe in 5 years we're just animators in Switzerland.
It could be fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.